Oh hey, so today I have a story for you that involves terrification. I was scared. Okay, no, but for real, like I'm gonna try to tell the story in a funny way, but at the time it was petrifying. I felt like I was turning into a stone statue. So, rewinding back, like probably, oh my god, 10 years again. Why are all of my stories from 10 years ago? Have I lived since then? What the fiend? What the fiend? So it was about 10 years ago. And my friends Justine and Matt, JP Metz and Rusty the Rockstar, respectively, and I went to New York to hang out with our friend Claudio. C. Maddox, bitch. So we lived in central New Jersey, which is about like a 50-minute train ride from Manhattan. So the story doesn't take place in Manhattan. Oh no. It takes place at Denellen train station in New Jersey. And it's nighttime. It's, I don't know. I mean, it's dark outside. I don't think it was that late. It was probably like 11 p.m., maybe 10 something p.m. We were waiting for my dad to pick us up from the train station. So we got into the train station. I texted my dad and I was like, hey, we're here. So he's on his way and we mosey on down the stairs to the little like bus stop. What is a bus stop? Bus stop, and we're just sitting there because there's a bench and then it's right next to the road, so when he drives by we can just, he can scoop us up and we can be on our way. And across the street, let me just set the scene, across the street is this little patch of woods, and then there's like a little string of houses, so you get an idea of the area, okay? All of a sudden, out of the little patch of woods, someone comes rustling out. Not like a saunter, not, just, taking a leisurely stroll. No. He was coming out of the trees. Like he was on a mission. He's heading straight toward us. Justine is sitting on the bench with her purse. Me and Matt, I think, are standing up and we're just like talking in a little lopsided triangle. So he comes straight up to me and he goes, punch me in the face. I'm just trying to get home. I didn't, where was the sign up sheet that I signed up for this mess? I don't remember enrolling. Could just take my name off the list. So he asked me to punch him in the face. Me and Justine and Matt, we just look at each other with just the shock and fear on our faces, okay? So we're just but trying not to show too much expression because obviously he's standing right there, very close to us. And what I mean very close, he was standing so close that even if I wanted to punch him in the face, it would be too close. You know what I mean? Maybe one step back and then I could, but it wasn't, he clearly didn't work out the logistics. So we're all thinking the same thing because we discussed it afterwards. We're like, we are going to die. This man is going to shoot us if we don't punch him in the face. So naturally, what did we do? In retrospect, this is so awful. I don't know if I can say I wish I didn't do it because it effectively worked. He kept saying punch me in the face. He was getting angrier and scarier with each time he said it. Until at one point he goes, why doesn't anyone in this town want to punch me in the fucking face? And I know why, sir. It's 'cause you're scary. We really thought that he was going to kill us. And so in that moment, after he had his, biggest blow up and his thrashing before us, out of the corner of my eye, I see someone with a backpack walking, not like a child, but someone our age. And I'm like, did you ask him? And I was like, maybe he'll punch you in the face. And immediately I felt terrible, but I didn't know what else to do. If you're ever in this situation, I don't know what to advise, but I wouldn't advise that. Especially because he was walking by himself and there are three of us. If it came to it, the three of us probably could have taken him down. Okay, so he walks away toward the other guy with the backpack. First of all, Justine's purse is on the other side of the bench. She didn't even go to grab it because she was like, any sudden move, I could be deceased on the ground. So at that point, he walks away toward the backpack guy. Justine grabs her purse. We all are just in shock. What just happened. And he goes up to the guy and he asks him to punch him in the face. He's far enough away that we don't really hear the full interaction, but the guy is just like, kind of like a, no, what are you doing? Get away from me, bro, look. And then we all join in a sigh of relief because the guy then walks away. I don't know if he found someone to punch him in the face, but I mean, I hope so. He really wanted it. Wow, we should have called the cops. Why didn't we do that? You know, hindsight is 2020. So at that point, the guy has walked off. The backpack guy is safe. He's walking wherever he's going. And my dad comes and picks us up. Obviously, we have a great story to tell him about how we almost died. And mind you, this is not that far of a drive to Denellen train station because the time that we were waiting for my dad was probably like 10 minutes or less. But it felt like forever. You know, when you're about to die and just time goes really slowly. And so we're just all stunned and we tell my dad the story. We don't call the police because, you know, why do anything that makes sense, is my motto. And we get home safely after our near-death experience. So it was a time, but you know, we're still standing. You know, we're survivors. We're gonna make it. We will survive and keep on surviving. So, you know, in the words of the great philosopher's Destiny's Child. But that was the closest I've ever felt to someone killing me. You jump in? Something clearly wasn't working right, that he felt the need to go and ask strangers to punch him in the face. Like, anything could have happened. If I threw the punch and if I punched him in the face, he could have said, oh, you punched me in the face, now I get to shoot you. Goodbye. So, like, I don't know what would have happened. What do you think would have happened if I punched him in the face? This is a great video question. Wow, guys, my content has really evolved. Have you ever been in a situation like that? I mean, probably not, but if you have, please let me know. And be sure to tweet Justine and Matt, because I'm sure they will give you their own, you know, takes on the situation, what was going on in their minds. And, you know, if you ever have the urge to go and ask people to punch you in the face, resist. That's my advice. So that's it. That's my story for today. I hope you enjoyed it. That was special. So thank you for watching. My name is Nicola Foti. You're watching Soundly Awake, and I will see you in a few days with a new video. Pieces!
I want an eye lift. Do you see those eyelids? Look up. I need them lifted like this. Oh my god, now you bring the lumps again. Oh, I don't like the lumps. Maybe that's really what my eyes look like. Oh, surgery on nose and eyes. Definite.